Alright, now we rolling.
Hey everybody.
What's good? What's
Welcome
good?
to Skull Cat, the infamous show. I'm Skull Cat.
I'm infamous.
And we're here just to talk about what's on our noggin, our dome.
Yeah,
Random topics. It tends to be black, pro-black, because we are.
black as hell.
We talk about black and black, yeah. So,
hmm
I'm on here just to talk about something random that's on my mind. And I tend to speak about unpopular opinions. We both do,
Straight up, all day.
right? So, our podcast, we're true stoners. So if
Yep.
you are with us, please go ahead and grab your blunt, your bowls, your bangers, whatever the fuck you smoke out of it. And if you're not part of the nation, you are more than welcome to be here. Have a snack or just sit and listen because there's a chill moment here.
Yep.
You may hear some movements in the background, but just silent over still. But I figured I'd get this out of my head because I was cleaning out one of my brand new pieces, and a thought crossed my mind as I was cleaning it. And go figure, the subject has to do with cleaning. I will say this opening is whatever you do behind closed doors is kept behind closed doors. It does not need to leave a pair of lips that's on your face.
Straight up.
And the topic that I am talking about is Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, and recently they told about their bathing habits of not only themselves and their children. I believe are 4 and 6. And they said that they wash their genitals every day. They brush their teeth, wash their face, wash their private parts on themselves and their children, but they don't bathe every day. And I'm not going to say what I agree or don't agree with, but what I will say is this: what you do in the privacy of your own home, especially when you're doing it, is your business.
Yeah.
I applaud them for being transparent because I myself am a very transparent person. And I don't mind telling truths, but there's sometimes you just have to dial it back. And because the world is very judgmental. I mean, look, we judge each other for the color of our skin, sexual orientation, religion, and political shit that is all just fake and made up anyway. Race is made up, religion is made up, political views are made up. All this shit is made up just in order to control people. Put you in category so that way I can judge you. Put you in a place where we judge because we judge out of fear, out of understanding, or out of we don't believe in it. And as my brother says, mind your business. What's that, bitch? Mind your business. And unfortunately, they're being judged, and it's that this is what white people do, the typical white people shit, or they're rich, they can do this, or they're just dirty. And I feel like kids should be clean, but also your body has its legit own ecosystem when it's used to shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
the body does what it does. I mean, let's go to black culture. In our culture, a lot of how our appearance looks, unpopular opinion, is based off of European persuasion, how their culture is. You find a lot of African Americans straighten their hair because it was supposed to be an accepted hairstyle. We strayed away from embracing our pattern of our hair, embracing the shapes of our skin, embracing our curves, and that has to do with a lot of brainwashing from slavery of if you don't look well kept, then you were dirty. And
Right.
you were automatically dirty because you were African American. You see what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So that built up in our culture to always be bathed, scrub from head to toe, make sure your hair is laid, not one hair may be out of place, because you wanted to look the part of being important. And whether you thought it was for yourself or for your fellow black man or woman, it's because white people have said your hair is nappy, your skin is dirty, therefore you are foul.
Right. Shit like that.
And the opening gate of 66 is pure blackness. It is joyous. It's the door opener. So they labeled us 666 and then they called it the devil. So everything that's black and dark is the devil. You see.
Yeah.
So that all ties in back to keeping your mouth closed. Because in black culture, we tend to scrub and bathe themselves because that's well as part of the culture. You better have your funky ass in the house. Now, if you're black and you're listening to this, or a person of color, and I know definitely somebody in your family has said this, you smell like outside,
Hell
or
yeah.
that, or you smell fresh,
Hell yeah.
or you smell like a boy, because because the moment you get sweaty, dirty, and funky, you stink. You know, whatever bacteria is on your skin, once sweat hits it, that is what's creating that scent. Because in reality, sweat does have a scent, but once it mixes with our DNA, that's what causes sweat to smell. That's why you smell different people's sweat, their chemistry, it smells different, right?
Yeah.
So with Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, I will say to them, I applaud you for being, first of all, transparent, and I applaud you for answering the questions that were asked. But I feel that people will judge you on your parenting,
Yep.
on how you are as a person, off of that one comment and ridicule you so bad and run you to the ground.
They will. You gotta keep some of your business to yourself, man. You can't tell everybody what you do now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you can't judge anybody. You gotta
Yeah.
keep that shit low,
Keep that shit low.
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 And to bring up a person that should keep what he feels to himself is the baby.
That part.
He doesn't have,
And that's one of the main things I wanted to talk about was music.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and are you a rich slave or do you actually love what you do? You know what I'm saying? And that goes
Yes,
for anything, not just music. It goes for
yes.
anything, whatever you consider a craft, whether you do music, you're a DJ, you're a producer or a barber even. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
Or
mm-hmm.
you're a stylist, you got hair, or you're a doctor or a dentist. It don't matter, man. Do you love it or are you just doing it to get
Right.
paid? You know what I'm
At this
saying?
point, it's like he's talking about. The thing is like this. He named some specific things, did he not?
Yeah, he
He said
did.
niggas getting. Then
Yeah,
he said you out here get HIV/AIDS spreading and shit. It's like he said something about a specific person, so he's talking about somebody. Either he got PTSD from catching one of his homeboys, or hearing a story about someone sucking dick in some car. Maybe it was him sucking dick in the car. I don't
he just didn't
know,
get caught.
you know. But he named some specific things. And the thing is, keep that shit to yourself, homeboy. You were there just to promote yourself and the other people there and have a good time. There's no need to bring up anyone's sexuality. First of all, the thing that pisses me off the most, what is the gay stuff, okay? Because
Right.
everybody's ignorant to some extent when it comes to that. The thing is, you have audience members that do have AIDS and HIV that listen to you, and you try to make it come off as if HIV and AIDS is just a gay transmitted disease. No, it's not. It's everybody's disease.
Yeah, anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it, and not
It's an everybody
everybody.
killer.
Yeah, right. It's everybody kill it, and not everybody is reckless when it comes to their body. Some people were sexually assaulted. You know, I just got done watching a story on Cut, which is a YouTube show I watch, and this beautiful person said that he was raped by people he know. They drug and raped him, and he woke up covered in blood, and that's how he ended up getting HIV transmitted to him.
That's fucked up.
You gotta be careful what you say. You know, that conversation he's probably had behind doors his homeboys and I forget where the fuck he was at and got so comfortable on stage that he's spewing forth that bullshit and he's saying. I'm not saying cancel the baby because his ignorance, he can learn to do better. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? With
anybody
his
can learn.
ignorance, he can learn that it's okay to be gay. It's not the worst thing in the damn world, okay?
Exactly.
Because being black or African American or brown is not the worst thing in the world, okay? It's treated as if, but it's not. Wake up, it's not. But R. Kelly, he's a monster. You know, y'all really didn't want to cancel him because he made good tunes. I mean, half of y'all babies was made off of R. Kelly track, right?
Facts.
But now
Straight
y'all
facts.
officially canceling him because he done mess with two boys on him. Now that's nasty. Y'all got parents selling their daughters to this man for a record deal.
Exactly. What
Cancel the
a,
parents.
right. What about the women that even less than little boys? Let's
Yeah,
talk about that shit.
yeah, that shit. So it's like,
But
our,
if you're a little boy and you hit an older lady, you get applauded for that shit. We
yeah,
gotta stop that shit, y'all.
you gotta
We
stop
gotta
it.
stop that shit. We gotta stop telling our little boys to hit everything walking. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to hit the books. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to hit that shit.
Yeah, value their penises, value their dicks.
Yeah. Do some more research.
To my men out there that have baby daddies, I mean,
Hey, some of them do.
I mean, baby mama, you lay down with a woman and made a child, okay?
Hey, no judgment though.
No judgment,
No
no
judgment.
judgment, truly, no judgment. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. What was it?
That part.
What was it?
No judge.
No judgment. But if you're out there with a baby mother and you're not fucking with her, she's not fucking with you, do you think if you were taught the value of your penis, would you have still stuck your dick in this woman? Because we teach our women, especially within the black community, to value your pussy. Your pussy's on top of cover before everything is to be valued, be cherished. Shit on the man, you put your hands on the man because of your pussy. You understand where I'm going with that? Like, pussy is so high up on the pedestal, but dick is equally as good as pussy is because a woman can get sprung up a dick and a man can get sprung up a pussy. So we both have springable objects, right? But if a man is taught that his penis is just as important as a woman's vagina, and that he needs to be careful who he loses his virginity to, or that he needs to wait until he gets married. That he needs to be careful. You see what I'm saying? I don't believe in waiting to get married. I don't believe in that shit. But I'll get into another topic probably in another conversation. But do you think if you were taught at an early age that your penis has power just as much as pussy, that your penis needs to be selective because not every girl is worthy of your dick. Not every bitch is worthy to even put her lips on your dick to even fucking see that shit. Not every bitch is worthy because there's women out here just as skull dirty, if not even more fucked than some men. Because they use their baby to get at you. And now you got a token that is a life to be played with, and that's not cool. Sorry, y'all. You may hear just me for a moment. He had to leave that for a second, we'll be back. But like I was saying, like, um, you have that right as a man to know how important you are. To my brothers out there listening to this, to men too, but to my brothers specifically, understand that your dick is just as important as pussy is. Never let a bitch try to tell you that her pussy is more important that you have to pay for all the dates, that you have to pay for all the bills. No. If a woman finds value in a man, she will step up too, because that's hard to take care of everything. We're not old school, okay? We're not old school. Because how many of y'all got men that are out here working their ass off when they come home with no plates in the house first? How many, and I'm guilty of that. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, okay? Unless you want y'all to come for me to listen to this. You learn and you grow up. But how many men out there that feel that they can take care of everything as long as she gives you pussy? No. If this woman don't care about your feelings, and let you be a man and let you cry when you need to cry and let you express yourself, that's not a good woman. Do you think you would stick your dick if it's a one night stand? If it's a one night stand, wrap it up.
Facts. And
Your
you know
dick
what? I
is
love you, man. I came in like right on hot, right when it
your
was
dick
hot.
is
I'm like, you know what?
important.
Yeah, we're gonna do a shot with you too.
Yeah, he went to go grab our drink.
Just for the
Your dick
record.
is important just as pussy is.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you are a good woman.
I
And you
know it
take
is,
care of me. I appreciate
and I appreciate you
you.
too. I know we talk about cleanliness, but it all ties into this too because, like, to my brothers out there, honestly, ask yourself a question. Would I have laid down with that same woman I made a child with, knowing how special my dick is, and knowing what she's taking me to, and that she didn't fulfill nothing that made me better besides making this life? And the answer to some of y'all may be yes or no. But think about it. When a young man is sat down to talk about the birds and bees, some of these men tell you, "Oh, man, this is pussy, this is dick in this pussy, took a pussy to every fucking walk." Then there's some men like, "Man, make sure you don't break a girl heart, make sure you treat her right, this and that."
Right.
But they're still not telling their sons, your dick is important. Please be careful where you stick your dick in. Even if it's a one night stand, wrap that bitch up.
Right.
Ain't no pussy that fucking bitch another end to be stuck to this bitch for life and you don't fucking know her. Now you got somebody you don't know trying to tell you can't see your son or your daughter.
Exactly.
Now you got someone telling you that you ain't no good, that you a bum because you don't want to have a baby with them. Take a shot with us. You do us a
Cheers.
shot.
Mm-hmm. Y'all just did a shot with us.
Both
Yes.
over the age of 21. So
Yep. 21 and over.
Oh, and we are the state where it is legal to have recreational drink.
Yup.
Please smoke responsibly. This is my business. Watch it. Watch it. But to my black men out there, so I'm gonna say my brown men because I think you're saying brown because I hate the word black. To my brown, my African American brothers out there, your dick is important. Value it as much as you value breathing. But value as much as you believe in whatever you believe in. Okay? I'm sticking your dicks, your precious dicks, and these chicken head ass bitches that just want to spread their legs and have a good time and think it's cool out here having sex. It's fun. It's fun for everybody. It is fun for everybody. But understand that the girl that you stick your dick in ain't that smart, can barely read a McDonald's menu, and think the lifestyle of Birkin bag shit that she may never obtain and try to live up to all these sweeties and Magna Stallion standards ain't gonna happen for her. But cause she out here popping pussy, she feels empowered. But she ain't making money off of it. You see what I'm saying?
He could be getting way more bread, but
Get
she eating
bread.
it all.
Educate yourself about how great you are as a black man and how we come from royalty. Educate yourself that Christianity is bullshit. That you as a king don't need to be following Sky Daddy. Okay? Yeah, yeah, brothers. Yeah, brothers. Yeah, brothers. Understand that as great as pussy is, don't let there be a downfall and then you'll follow her to someone's baby that doesn't deserve to even make it life right now.
Yeah.
We got all these men out here making all these baby mamas. And to bring it up really quick, look at Nick Cannon. This motherfucker act like he dying tomorrow. Look at all these babies, all these women. And he's listening because they know he got the money and then he gets to feed his kids. Nick, you ain't that fucking cute to be busting it every day home with these damn babies. That shit is not cute.
Right.
I get it, you got lupus, but one day you're not gonna be here. You don't. You already had a baby. You already had some kids already. You act like you act like you dying like tomorrow, dude. Now you get all these women with different races and backgrounds of babies. He legit gonna be flying around the world, big babies over there in Trinidad. He gonna be over there in Malaysia, Singapore. He gonna be having babies in Hawaii. He gonna have a baby every day everywhere fucking where. Stop making babies just because you can or because you're dying. That's a horrible excuse. I'm dying. Look at a nut everywhere. Your dick is precious, my guy. And half of these girls, she's just having fun with and they're cute. They're not even like serious relationships.
Right.
Why someone say, well, how you know? Because do you see he be one for a whole year make a baby, and then next year here's another one. So let's let you know how serious a relationship is. Be real.
Exactly.
He done made 3, 4 kids in the last 2 years. What?
And like, what are you trying to prove, though, bro?
He's just trying to prove that my dick is good. I'm dying, and you'll get some of this sick nut. Nobody wants your sick nut, fam.
Man.
With them bitches. What I'm
It
saying is
is.
this. To tie it back to Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, some things you say, like what we're saying to you right now, could be behind closed doors. I don't give a fuck. It's my podcast. Keep it keep it to yourself. And if you do put your business out there, be prepared to go to war with it and stand on your own 2 feet and have a strong backbone. The baby doesn't have, to me, a strong enough vocabulary right now. What did I say earlier?
Um, he,
He doesn't have the
yeah,
vocabulary or wherewithal on how to properly voice himself
right.
on his thoughts. He just out here being gangster. Hey man, fuck you fags, man. He said I love the gays.
Yeah, he can, yeah, he said he can
It's just like why
articulate.
they say I love the blacks. No
That's the
baby.
way he articulates shit. He
Yeah,
can
so I'm saying he
articulate.
needs to get a better dictionary. He needs to blah blah. All you have to say is, look, don't you be out here to my LGBT, like if he's gonna sit here and speak some game, see what I'm gonna translate what he should have said. Hey, y'all, I pull up.
Yeah,
I pull up
on the low,
on the low. I pull up
on the low.
to my LGBT, yeah, to my LGBTQ plus community. Don't you be out here wilding and not protecting yourself. HIV and AIDS is real out here in the street. It
Right.
is killing us. It's to my people out here in the streets too. Not just to my LGBTQ community. Everybody gotta protect themselves out here, man, because we out here wilding and we out here dying in these streets for no damn reason over some sex, y'all. Pussy is great, dick is great, but protect yourselves. All right, let's get the
He'll
party
never say
started.
he'll never say that.
That's what he
But
should have
he should
said.
have said,
He should have
you
said,
know,
"Oh,
Hey,
First of all, it's none of
don't
your
worry about who
business.
doing what,
That's none of
right?
your business who's getting this in the car.
Exactly. Ain't nobody been there.
My baby can relate to that statement in so many ways, but we will not go there.
Hey, hey,
We will not go
so
there. We will not go there.
just don't get caught.
Just don't you have your ass out here in these streets being foul and you just be cool, all right?
You're gonna eventually
He
get
should have minded
exposed, you
his
know.
business. Well, sure, baby been in the car getting his dick sucked by somebody.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hey, yup.
ooh,
And yup, and I enjoyed it at the
I've been in the car sucking some dick. I was in the car sucking some mean dick. Let me tell you the story about my dick sucking story, okay? My dick sucking story is this. I used to work at this place, right? The call center, because you know,
time.
I was out here making these hard ass $10. It was
Hell
2000.
yeah.
It was 2005. So you know
You was
2005.
making more than that. I was making 10. You was making like 12 or some shit.
No, no, I'm talking about my story. You mind your business.
Oh,
You
okay.
mind your business. So,
You level up.
so in 2005, okay. Long story short, I had moved back home from Colorado, and I was out here. My mama gave me a job working with her at the call center that she was at. And I was like, ooh, $10 an hour. Hey, when you was making $10 an hour, you was the what was it? Okay, back in
Yeah, you was killing
05, if you was back between 10, 11, and 12 and 05,
it.
you
Yeah,
was doing a damn thing. Because everybody was making 7 or 8,
I was
barely
making
pushing
bad.
9. So hey, 40 hours a week, yeah, your check was great. And when I worked there was bonuses. But anyways, I digress. Where I worked at with my mama. Mind you, my mama worked there too, so I'm sure she done heard the rumor. She never brought it to me. Till this day, even though my mama's no longer here, forever rest wherever you are at, she never brought it to me. Now, my oldest child's father worked there with me. Okay, I'm putting this out there, but no names need to be mentioned. And let's just say that I entertained this nigga one time. His mouth is sick. His throat is infinite.
That
What?
mouth,
What that
dude.
mouth, motherfucker? What that mouth do, nigga? So, big, big, big. That's my thing. That's the mouth thing, right? This nigga go back up. He bopped back up in that motherfucker and then told his big mouth best friend, who prior to that wrote me a lengthy letter about how he was planning on doing all this nasty shit to me. Don't tell me, but he wanted to bend me over backwards. Mind you, this motherfucker got 14 years on me. I think he was only 37, 38. This nigga over 80. And I was like a hot 24. I had just turned 24 too. It's just like 2 weeks or so after my birthday. So a few weeks. So later on, a few months after that, I done, get somebody a little whoop, whoop at a parking lot. You go back and tell this nigga. This nigga told everybody else
Wow.
because he's mad at me because he didn't get a chance for me to flavor and savor on his dick. He's envious that his so-called best friend got to me so-called first. He told me, well, I had her first. Like, you can't have your shit first. You wrote me a fucking letter and I turned your ass down. I crowned you and laughed at you and showed everybody a letter. But I
Damn.
digress. And get this, I'm friends with him today, so we're friends with Facebook. So if this ever gets to you, Mr. M, then you know what's up. We're
Damn.
cool. It's what I eat for bread. I'm just telling my own story. I was like something in the car because baby brought up. So yes, yeah, he talking about the fags in the car. Put the fags. And I say that nicely because some gay men don't mind being called fags. I don't
Damn.
mind being called a pothead. That's not disrespectful to me. You tell me something I'm great at. Yes, I'm a pothead. Yes, I'm a fag. I love fag on that dick. Now what? Own it. But I digress. So, so he tells everybody. So yes, I've been in the parking lot since some dick too. Y'all listen to me sucking some dick. The thing is, he shouldn't have said none of that. He talked about someone specifically, probably his damn self.
Yup.
And now he's losing all these endorsements and deals because now, oh, the baby hate the gay.
You
You
focus
gay
on that
people have
dick
so
too
much
much.
privilege, and I'm going to probably cancel for this before I forget run it. I don't give a fuck. You gay people have a lot of privilege, and I know you guys understand it because the moment someone says something about gay people, they're canceled, they're forgotten about. But when we have so much against black people, it's really it gets traction for about a good 2 weeks and then it's gone. And that's horrible. We got the Asians out here, they already got rights and amendments done for them, and we still keep that same stuff for us. But that's too hot for right now. We keep it in light. That's for another conversation. But y'all feel where my mindset is at, right?
Yup.
Time back in to get the cleaning.
Hmm.
Mind your business. We have the baby talking shit about who's getting hit in the streets and gay people with HIV. Then we get Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. I ain't talking about not washing their asses. We got you open one up for me, right? I don't want two of them open. You think he only he only open three. I can't remember. So you got people out here that just spew and force shit from their mouth. What I say is this: if you're gonna say a hot topic like that, be prepared to go to war. Now, Ashton Kutcher and Kunas are going to a gentle war. People just talk about them, talk about their parenting, about who they dirty, blah blah. But guess what? If movies start to come out or they directing behind the scenes, people don't work with them. I love both of them as actors, even though they make some trash shit. I like both of them. Even though some of them, Ashton has had some ignorant shit recently. I forgot what it was, but besides not washing their ass. But but I'm not going. Ooh,
Oh
ah!
shit.
That's when I walk in the bed. I'm not gonna tell what I do to my body because my body is my temple. Only my husband will know how I bathe. Okay.
Facts. Oh
Only I
yeah.
will know how he bathes. Okay, because his dick's going in his ass and his mouth, any orifice that it can fit in. And my dick is going in any orifice that it can fit in as well. You gotta read between the lines how you feel. Keeping it
Straight
real.
up.
Minding my
1,000.
business. Because I say shit because I'm real with how we are, and I'm real with how I am because my whole life's been a war.
Oh yeah.
And the more we podcast, we tell more, we each will take turns telling what we've been through. I'm a very talkative person. That's why it's called Kevin Infamous, because I'm Skull Cat, he's infamous.
Yep.
We're known for just being ourselves,
Facts.
which makes us bad people. Get it?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got a story about how I blew away my studio.
That part legit blew away.
Uh,
But
but not on this
but
one.
but he grew up too. With a sperm donor. I can't even call them the F word or the D word. They don't even deserve those titles. The sperm donor was telling, Anthony, speak for himself. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead and tell what your sperm donor told you about.
Oh,
Okay.
the best joke that I had before getting into cosmetology school.
Oh no no no.
Which
The
one?
thing
It's
is,
so many. It
his
was so
dad.
much shit you told.
Well, the topic is dick. So his
Hmm.
dad basically told him to fuck everything walking, and
Yeah,
then he
fuck
had been
everything
watching
walking.
porno at age of 8 to 9, and this is sex. First of all, porno is not real sex.
No,
It's
mm-mm.
not.
It's not. It's not at all.
It's for
It's
entertainment purposes.
yeah,
Turned on to get lit. If you're looking at porn for instructions, I know some people got instructions from there, but if you're looking for it as a one-on-one, no,
right. No,
no.
it's like a educate yourself moment. You're supposed to, you know, not put pressure on them to go out and fuck bitches, fuck
Yeah,
girls and hoes, all that
yeah. Don't
shit,
fuck
whatever.
everything walking. Everything walking ain't right.
Teach them about respect. You know what I'm saying? Because
Themselves
respect themselves.
and
Love
others.
themselves.
Yes.
You gotta love yourself, and then you know how to love other people better. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, because I definitely got stories too. One of some little girl who used me for $10.
Boy,
It's like, okay, well, I'm with this girl, but she used me for $10.
yes.
Like, come on, man. So I'm supposed to be out here dating all these girls that's just gonna sit here and abuse me if I love them?
Yeah.
What that do? You know what I'm saying?
No one ever taught me in my family, though, in all honesty, to say myself a marriage. It was never taught to me. It was taught. I made the decision up at the age of 5, and I know it sounds funny, but I think because of the abuse I was going through, which will come later on in the podcast. But I had a weird thing happen to me, which will probably come in that podcast, which we'll talk about. But it made me say, I'm not gonna give up myself for somebody until they're worthy.
Right.
And it didn't have nothing to do with marriage, but I attached it to marriage so it can make sense to people. Because if I tell somebody, hey, I don't want to have sex because I feel I'm not ready to have sex with somebody, it is what makes sense to people. But if you say, oh, because I follow God, it just makes sense to people. Understand?
Hmm.
So when I was like seventh, eighth grade, it was probably 10 of us. And we used to meet my middle school, right? And we had a prayer group. We said girls, we used to pray, blah, blah, blah. Our best friend was in it. And then we was like, yeah, we're doing this eighth grade. Oh, we're praying. Ooh, we're going to have promise rings and we're not going to have sex. By the time we was freshmen and by the time sophomore hit, I was the last one standing. Out of the 10 girls was my prayer group. Everybody either on fucked, sucked, or was pregnant, knocked the fuck up and had babies at 15. I don't judge them. They have beautiful kids. I'm not saying anything bad about that, but you see what I'm saying. So when I was 16, I'll never forget it. I was at someone little shindig, little party or whatever. And I remember a question was asked, hey, do you really don't have a boyfriend? I was like, no. Do you really have a boyfriend? And I was like, y'all act like being single is the worst thing in the world. And
Right.
see, I was 16 then. So I was already in the game. Being single is the worst thing in the world. Being married in a relationship with a piece of shit is the worst thing in the world. Okay?
I mean, I feel like my parents made us feel like being a single boy was
You
the
gay.
worst thing along. That part,
They equated that a boy not fucking with a girl having a boyfriend or a
or
girlfriend was gay.
girlfriend doing anything with a
And it's
girl.
fucked up.
That's
It's
fucked
fucked
up.
up. Because
That's real
our
fucked up.
baby uncle, he legit was forced to have a sex with somebody because he had to prove that he wasn't gay. But I diverse. So at this party, and someone asked this question, hey, is he going to your boyfriend? I say no. They asked me again, I say no. So that was to see you act like being single is the worst thing in the world. Well, I mean, you pretty, April. You got big boobs, you got hips and stuff. I was like, yes, but these boys act like they don't like that on me. They want to go up to those skinny girls with just a pretty face and flat chest, flat ass, no body. You know what I'm saying? She's still like she's in sixth grade, but we're 16. But because she's pretty, you want to be in her face. But then you whisper sweet nothings in my ear, talking about something. I like you type of girl to be with, but you want to be skinny girl, baby. You see what I'm saying?
It sounds kind of sus to me.
It's sus, it's very sus. So I said, well, you never been single is the worst thing in the world. I'm just saying. So you ain't never had sex? I was like, no. You ain't never kissed a boy? I was like, no. Or hold hands with a boy? I was like, not romantically. No. Wow. So you really like a unicorn? And that was coins back then too. Before y'all get it twisted, unicorns back then too. I'm like, yeah. Let me hook you with my cousin. Why do you think I want to be hooked up with your cousin because I don't have a boyfriend?
Right.
So try hook me up with your raggedy ass cousin.
Disrespect.
That's I have some boy. Our podcast gonna be lit. Because the stories
Disrespect.
you have to tell. I've been trying to hook people have been trying to hook me up since I was in high school with their cousins. It's always a cousin.
Being single is a choice.
It's a choice. And I enjoy being single because I had a little punk ass nigga boy trying to tell me what I need to do just so he could think he a man because he was a beautiful girl. I started noticing that was cute because every time I talked to a boy, I would put him on to other girls like it was. April like a baby.
Right.
So, yeah. Uh, excuse me. I don't believe it says excuse me, but I just thought it was- you see your ears, like, I brought it, whatever.
Right.
There's no such thing as ladylike, by the way, either.
Facts.
If men can burp out loud, men ain't supposed to burp either. We have the same functions. Stop putting the same functions that men have and say it's not ladylike. The fuck out of here. That's a whole
Right.
other topic anyway.
Exactly.
But but to tie everything all back together, If you're doing something that's considered taboo and you're behind closed doors, there's no need to say it. But if you want to be transparent and honest with it because you know there's more people of you out there like that, then prepare to go to war, prepare to get judged, prepare to get canceled, especially if you have importance in the community. If you are somebody that's not known, because I hate saying a nobody, because we all are special, okay?
Right.
As y'all want to say, as corny as it is, I'm not a nobody. I'm just somebody that's not known yet.
Facts.
So if you are somebody that's just not known yet, go ahead and speak the truth. You know, a few
Exactly.
people say some shit, but it's not gonna go viral. But if you are a person of importance, and we are going to be people of importance sooner than you think, be
Yep.
prepared for what we say to go to war with it, to be able to say, hey, which y'all believe it, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Judge me all you want to. Because what you fall for, someone else will support.
Facts.
Can y'all say that with me again? What
What you
you
fall
fall for,
for,
someone
someone
else
else will
will
support.
support.
That's dead ass.
So all these people canceling the baby, guess what? He's gonna have some supporters out there. He'll have other people backing him because he's gonna have motherfuckers that may either believe in what he says and stand by him and want to support him, or don't believe in what he says, but understand that he just not articulate.
The
But
thing
he does have a
is,
good audience and know they can bank up off that motherfucker and then go ahead. It's just business.
I could only say one thing about the baby and his whole entire situation after having all that shit snatched is, bro, do you not realize who half of your fans are?
Nigga, you want me to
That part
gay?
is like your mama. If your mama don't know you gay, then your daddy know you gay,
Somebody know.
and vice versa. Somebody know you gay.
I'll say this really quick. We have a transgender son, and his name is Ty. I always knew Ty was a boy, and I always knew Ty definitely had different sexual orientation. I would ask and he would deny it, and it would be, how did this person know? I'm an empath, first of all, but we get to that much later. Your parents know who you are
Yep,
before you even know.
that part.
Some may be like, oh, I didn't know, but then they be like, I would get in, please. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mind your business. Because the baby, one of your babies gonna be dead.
yeah,
And you're gonna have to really stand by them and believe in them.
exactly. Sauce or
You
no
just never
sauce.
know. You just never know. Karma has a strange way of working. Because we're taught to fall for religion so that way we can stay cloaked underneath power and underneath rule. Once you become above that, the world hates you even more because you're not contending or conforming. So what we're going to close out with is one plus one does what?
Equal three. I be knowing.
Because I be knowing, always research what you follow up for anything.
Have to.
Don't let someone say because what is it called?
Say it one more time.
You know, tradition. Don't always fall for what is tradition. The tradition will be broken. Tradition ties in with conformity as well. Always do your research on these gods that you follow, on these rules that you follow, on these
Yes.
rights that you follow. Do
And
your
why
research.
you follow it.
And why you follow. It's because you was raised that way. It's because you believe that way. You are your own God. You have picked yourself up. Won't you do it? Start giving yourselves credit more and not some sky daddy in the sky that don't help you. You did it. All
Yep.
those prayers you did was you was praying to yourself to get yourself through, and your energy leveled up, your vibration leveled up, and because you believed in yourself enough, you got yourself through it.
Yep.
Always understand that a woke mind can be put back to sleep and keep that mind conscious. Because your conscious mind keeps you breathing and it keeps you alive. And on that note, we're tying together and ending Skullcaptor Infamous. Anything you got to say, Infamous?
Nah, not really. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Enjoy your day, y'all. Have a wonderful day and vibrate high.
Y'all stay up.
Stay up, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.